Hello everyone, I am Sachin Gautam. First, I will give you brief introduction about me. I am certified PMI, SAP, CSM, and PMP, and MCTS. And overall, I have 16 years of experience. So today, I will give you a brief about the Agile methodology. So pre-assumptions are here, like audience should be well aware about the traditional software development methodology like waterfall model, iterative model, and etc. Because if we are well aware about the traditional software development methodology, then only we can compare about the benefits which are the we will cover introduction, then what is agile methodology, then what is scrum framework, scrum roles, scrum ceremonies, scrum pros and cons. So introduction, like in classical method of software development, have many disadvantages. There are huge effort during the planning phase, poor requirement conversion in a rapid changing environment, and treatment of staff as a factor of production. In traditional software development, normally the complete development cycle was very long, and most of the time we were spending huge effort during planning phase, and in other phases also it was more than 1 year, and sometimes it's more than 2 year also. But because of that, because market is continuously changing and requirement are continuously changing, so the conversion rate was poor, because when we are collecting the requirement, gathering the requirement, that time requirement is different, and due to market trend, when we are delivering the product, that time requirement is different. Treatment of staff as a factor of production means when the person who is discussing the requirement, maybe because of this long cycle, he is not available when we are actually developing the requirement and when we are delivering the requirement. So that's why we adopted new methodology, that was Agile Software Development Methodology. What is Agile? So normally Agile proponents believe in current software development process are too heavyweight or cumbersome. Current process of software development means it's a traditional software development. Too many things are done that are not directly related to some product being produced. Current software development is too rigid means difficult with incomplete or changing requirement. Short development cycle. More active customer involvement needed. So agile methods are considered lightweight, people-based rather than plan-based. Several agile methods, so no single definition of the agile method, like according to the project requirement, according to the team requirement, we are adding some processes, then team is following that processes throughout the journey of the product. So no single definition. Agile manifesto is the closest to a definition, where we are having set of principles, set of values developed by Agile Alliance, and according to that principles and values, we are creating a agile method, and teams are following that methods. So Agile Manifesto have a few values that are the core values, or we can say these are the core four values: individual and interaction over processes and tools, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, and responding to change over following a plan. So individual and interaction over processes and tool. Normally in agile development, individual and interaction are more important than processes and tools. For example, if you are discussing the requirement face to face and implementing that requirement and clarify the queries individually, and interaction is face to face, then definitely you will deliver the good quality product. Working software over comprehensive documentation. So normally in agile we are not generating lot of documentation, only we are creating bare minimal required documentation, and mainly team target or business target is to achieve the working software. Customer collaboration over contract negotiation. So here the priority is the customer satisfaction. So everybody within the team is trying to complete the work according to the customer requirement. And definitely if we are discussing the requirement on daily basis with the customer and doing the implementation as per the customer requirement, then contract negotiation is not a big deal. Responding to change over a following plan. So sometimes in traditional software we were creating the big plan, and maybe it was difficult to get the dates, but in Agile Manifesto, here we target to respond on the changes. Maybe after starting the work, if we are getting some changes and customer is asking for that changes, then responding to change is the duty of the Scrum team. It's not necessary that they will create a plan and follow on that plan only, and they will not absorb the new changes. There are multiple agile methods according to the set of principles and set of rules. So first agile method was the Scrum agile method, which come in picture very early stage in 2001. Then we created multiple agile methods: extreme programming, adaptive software development, then dynamic system development methodology, then lean, etc. So but here I will cover only the Scrum part. So what is the Scrum? So this is the Scrum, where everybody knows this is the set of goals we need to complete. So everybody will try, full team, all the team members are part of the team only, who are going to work on the project, and their target is to complete the sprint goals, product goals, and deliver it on time. So that is the Scrum. What are the characteristics of the Scrum? Self-organizing team, product progression in a series of months, normally we call sprints. Requirements are captured as item of list, normally we call product backlog. No specific engineering practices prescribed. So the team defines the rules and follow the rules. Team define the duration and follow the duration as a sprint. Team define the timing for the meetings, then follow that meetings only. So all the things defined by the team. So that's why we call self-organizing team. Uses generative rule to create an agile environment for delivering the project. So these are the one of the agile process. So how Scrum works? So product backlog. So first stage is the product backlog, where we are maintaining all the requirement, list of requirement which are related to product, and then we are fetching few requirement according to the business priority and creating a backlog, that is sprint backlog. So for example, according to the team capability, we can work on 4 or 5 requirement out of 150 or more than 100 plus requirements, and we are delivering in a predefined duration, that is sprint. So that is the sprint backlog, and every day we are doing daily Scrum meeting. Normally we are taking 2 to 4 week sprints, where we are delivering some features, and then we are delivering incrementally potential shippable product. So what are the roles in Scrum framework? So normally we are following 3 roles: product owner, Scrum master, and Scrum team. So what are the ceremonies in Scrum? Sprint planning meeting, sprint review meeting, sprint retrospective, and daily Scrum meeting. We will cover it in detail, all the roles and all the ceremonies. And artifacts. So product backlog, sprint backlog, and burn down chart. These are the normally artifact required in the Scrum framework. I have already covered product backlog and sprint backlog thing. A burn down chart is the chart where you will track the daily remaining work. For example, if you have estimated 400 hours of work for the sprint, then on daily basis how much work you have completed and how much work is remaining. That is burn down chart. So it will give the clear picture, like where we are in the sprint. So we will cover like product owner roles. So like he will define the features of the product. Then he is the person who will decide on the release date and content. What are the features, or what are the requirement will be considered in the particular release date. Then he is the person who is responsible for the profitability of the product, ROI, return on investment. Prioritize feature according to market value. Then adjust feature and priority every iteration as needed. So for example, if initially product owner has decided we will deliver these feature in the sprint 5 or sprint 6, but after delivering sprint 4, he identified that there are some other feature which are having more priority than existing features. So maybe he can change that priority, and then we can consider in the next sprint also. So this is the main role of the product owner. According to market trend, he should adjust the feature and he should change the priority. And he is the person who will accept or reject the work result. Okay, so Scrum Master. Normally, Scrum Master is the person who will represent management to the project, responsible for enacting Scrum value and practices. So, the main role of the Scrum Master is to remove impediments. So, for example, if some team members are stuck somewhere, then he is the person who will discuss the blocker with the team member, and he will identify who is the right person who will remove that blocker. He will arrange that person and remove that impediments in front of the team members, and uh, proceed with the existing work. Ensure that the team is fully functional and productive. Enable close cooperation across all roles and functions. So he is the person who knows each and everyone, and he knows each and everyone's weakness also and strengths also, and accordingly he enable close cooperation across all roles and functions. And he is the person who will shield the team from the external interference. Scrum team. Normally, we are having 5 to 10 people in each team. They are obviously cross-functional because it's a small team, and we need to achieve the goal. So everybody should know every other's responsibility also, and they are cross-functional. So QA, programmer, UI designer, all are part of that Scrum team. Maybe there are few people who are not full time, maybe exception. So system admin, or sometimes DevOps guy, sometimes IT support guy. So these are the part of a team, but that are not full time. Team are self-organizing. So what to do if a team self-organizes someone of the team? So normally, if you are working with the team, then sometimes because of some medical urgency, because of some issues at home, few people are not available during the sprint. So it's a responsibility of the team, and that's why we are calling it a self-organizing team. They understand that one of the team member is not available, then their responsibility, they will pick up his task also and complete on time. So ideally, no title but rarely a possibility. Membership can change only between sprints. So according to the rules or process defined in this agile, we should not move any person from the team within the sprint. So what are the ceremonies? Sprint planning meeting, sprint daily scrum, sprint review meeting. So sprint planning meeting, this is the flow. These are the roles who should be part of the scrum planning meeting: product owner, scrum team, customer, management. And these are the things we should be input during the sprint planning meeting, that are product backlog, team capability, business conditions, technology, current product, and output was the sprint goal and sprint backlog. So normally we are doing sprint planning meeting in two parts. First part, where we are creating the product backlog, determining the sprint goal, and participant should be, or we can say must be, product owner, Scrum Master, and Scrum team. And in second part, we are having we are creating the sprint backlog. So here normally the role of Scrum Master and the Scrum team, because these are the person who is going to complete the work which they have discussed and they have understood according to their capability, and they will do the commitment. Pre-project kickoff meeting. This is the special type of meeting. Normally we are doing it on starting of the project. or we can say it's a special type of sprint planning meeting before the begin of the project. So what is the sprint? We have already understood in previous slide, like it's a month-long iteration during which is increment a product functionality. No outside influence can interfere with the Scrum team during the sprint. Each sprint begins with the daily Scrum meeting. What is the daily Scrum? So these are the four parameters which we are following in the daily Scrum meeting. Normally, it should happen once in a week, once in a day. That's why it's a daily, and it should not be exceed 15 minutes, and it should be stand up. This meeting is not for problem solving. This is just for sharing updates. Normally, we should ask these three questions: what did you do yesterday? What will you do today? And what obstacles are in your way? So that Scrum Master can understand that these are the impediments, and he need to work on that obstacles during the day. It is not a problem solving session, so that is very important, because normally uh, everybody is thinking like if we are discussing with everybody, then we can solve the problem in that meeting itself. So it's not a problem solving session. It's not a way to collect up information about WHO is behind the schedule. This is just for sharing the status, and if you want to do some health check, then we should plan some other meeting. This is a meeting in which team member make commitment to each other and do their commitment, and in front of Scrum Master also. It is a good way for Scrum Master to track the progress of the team. A sprint review meeting. So team represents what is accomplished during the sprint. Typically take the form of a demo of new feature or underlying architecture. Informal 2 hour preparation time required. Participant everybody like customer, management, product owner, or other engineers. Sprint retrospective meeting. So Scrum team only. Feedback meeting. 3 questions: start, stop, and continue. Don't skip for the first 5 to 6 sprints. So actually in the retrospective meeting we are sharing the feedback, like what was the reason because of this if we have not delivered something on time, and what was the good thing, what was the surprising thing, what was the thing which we should correct in the next sprint, what was the things which we should continue in the next sprint. So these are the things which we should understand or discuss in the meeting, and according to that feedback received from everybody's side, we should incorporate to that feedback, and for the next sprint we can continue with by fixing that issues which we faced in the last sprint. So there are some pros and cons also in Scrum. So advantages are completely developed and tested feature is in short iteration. So because the duration is short and we need to complete everything in that different iteration, so uh, it's a completely developed and tested feature. Simplicity of the process, clearly defined rules, increasing productivity, self-organizing. Each team member carries a lot of responsibility. Improved communication, combination with extreme programming. There are few cons also, or we can say drawbacks. Undisciplined hacking. So no written documentation. So if you are not maintaining the documentation, then anybody can like change according to his requirement, and maybe direction will totally uh, divert. Violation of the responsibility. Current mainly carried by the inventors. So